everyone, and welcome to Journey with the Kellers. My name is Amanda Keller, and today we are back in the Keller kitchen. So today we are going to be making a recipe from the Peanuts Holiday Cookbook. This is another Thanksgiving recipe, and this is Pigpens Pecan Pie, okay? So the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to start with the crust. Now, you can make your own homemade crust, and it actually does have a recipe in here for making a homemade crust. But I have made homemade crust several times before, and I actually really don't like making pie crust. So I actually just bought store-bought crust this time and did it that way. If you would like to make your own crust, you're more than welcome to do that. So what we're going to do first is we are going to start out, you just need one crust for this pie. So you're going to go ahead and put it in the pan here. It says if you're doing like a homemade crust, you're going to roll it out to about 12 inches in diameter and about 1/4 of an inch thick, and then line the 9-inch pie pan with the dough, okay? And then trim the edges. You'll need about 3/4 of an inch overhang and fold that overhang under. Now, the only thing with these store-bought pies is though they're already rolled out and stuff, I do kind of notice a lot that they're not quite big enough to do the overhang part most of the time, but that's okay. We'll just deal with it the way it is, okay? So now, if you are using a homemade crust, you would go ahead and once you got this all lined and ready to go and had your 3/4 inch overhang, you do want to fold the overhang under itself and pinch to create a decorative edge. And then you're going to refrigerate it or freeze the dough until firm, which will take about 30 minutes. So I'm just going to make sure mine comes right up here to the edge because it's basically going to go about right there anyways. Okay. So since mine already is refrigerated, I don't need to put it in the refrigerator. But what you're going to do next is go ahead and line it with some aluminum foil. Okay. And then if you have pie weights, you can use pie weights in here, or you could use dried beans. I'm actually going to use dried rice that I haven't used. So I'm just going to put some rice in here. This is just to keep the pie weighed down so it doesn't puff up a whole bunch while you're cooking it. So we're just going to dump that all in there. That way the crust won't rise as you're cooking it. Okay. And then what you're going to do is preheat your oven to 400 degrees and you are going to cook this for about 15 minutes and then remove the foil with the weights and then continue cooking it until it's lightly golden brown, about 5 minutes longer. And then you're going to let it cool completely. So I'm going to go ahead and get this in the oven and get it cooked and then let it cool. And once it's cooling, I will come back and we will make the actual inside part of the pie. Okay? So I'll be back in a little bit. You guys, so our crust is all done and it's about completely cooled off. So now what you're going to do is you're going to make the filling basically. And all you're really going to need for this besides just regular ingredients is 1.5 cups of pecan halves coarsely chopped up. Okay? So now what you're going to do is you are going to take in a bowl, a pretty good sized bowl, you're going to put in 3 eggs, 3 large eggs. Okay. Oh, you're also going to need 1/4 cup of unsalted butter melted. I forgot about that. So, all right. So now we've got the 3 eggs in. Then you're going to add in 1/2 cup of sugar. Okay. 1/2 cup of sugar. And then 1 cup of dark corn syrup. So 1 cup of this. There we go. Okay, and then also you're going to need 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. So 1 teaspoon of that. All right, and you're just gonna go ahead and whisk that all together. Okay. We're just gonna make sure we get the egg yolks popped, get everything whisked together real well. Okay. So just to kind of let you guys know, so the last time I made a pecan pie was a few years back, and I made it the day before, I think it was Thanksgiving, and had it in my refrigerator, and everybody came over, and we had dinner, and then I went to go get the pecan pie out of the refrigerator, and at the same time, I had an apple pie as well, I think, in my hand, so I had one in each hand. And I turned from the refrigerator, and I think I kind of tripped, and I held on to the apple pie, but the pecan pie slipped out of my hand, smashed onto the floor, broke the pie plate and everything. I was so upset because it was like a different pecan pie from this. It was a really hard one to make. It took a long time. I think it took me like 4 hours or something like that to make it. I was so upset because I had spent all that time, and then it crashed on the floor. Oh, so I've had like a thing about pecan pie since then. But luckily, this is a fairly easy pecan pie. Okay. All right. So once you get that all blended up, then you're going to go ahead and whisk in your melted butter. And that's 1/4 of a cup of unsalted butter melted. So you're going to go ahead and whisk that in. And then, let's see, you're also going to stir in your coarsely chopped pecan halves, which you need 1.5 cups of that. Oops, I think I forgot to open it. There we go. All right, so this package here is 1 cup. I'm gonna go ahead and put all of that in there. And then I will get the 1/2 cup out of this one. There we go. Oops, put that away. Okay, you're gonna whisk those together. Okay, and so you get a nice filling. It's kind of liquidy with the nuts floating in it. It's kind of a light brownish to a tan color, I guess you would say. Or maybe a tan to a light brown color would be more like it. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is you are gonna take your pre-baked pie shell, I should say, and you're gonna pour this in there. Okay. And now you are going to bake this at 400 degrees for about 45 to 50 minutes. It should be just a little bit jiggly in the middle when it's done. So it says, yeah, it should be jiggles just slightly when it's gently shaken, okay? So cook it for 45 to 50 minutes. Once it's done, you're gonna pull it out and put it on a wire rack. And let it cool. You can either serve this warm or at room temperature, so whichever way you want to do it. I am making this ahead of time so you could actually put this in the refrigerator, cover it with some foil or plastic, put it in the refrigerator, and then pull it out maybe about 30 minutes before you're getting ready to serve it to warm it back up to room temperature. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get this cooked, and then I will come back and show you guys how it turned out. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, you guys, so here it is all finished. It actually came out really nice looking. It's really hot right now. It's still sizzling out of the oven. So it looks really good. I'm not going to try this because this is for my family Thanksgiving. So that would make it, you know, have a little divot in it. But it does smell really good. It smells like a pecan pie. So now I'm just gonna let this cool, and I'm gonna actually put it overnight in my refrigerator, and then tomorrow, you know, I'll pull it back out before I'm ready to serve it and have it. So this is actually a fairly easy pecan pie. I actually really liked it because the ones I've made in the past have been actually quite difficult in many steps. So I'm glad this was a quick and easy one. Okay, you guys, so that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. Like and subscribe if you like, or don't if you don't. Everyone have a good day. Enjoy your cooking. Keep your kitchen messy, and we'll see you later. Bye.